Hello and welcome to Shauna's Miraculous Podcast. It is April 22nd, 2024, and we have special guest Laleh Hancock. Hello.
Hello there, beautiful. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, it's Earth Day. Even though every day is Earth Day, there's something extra special in the air today, you know?
For sure. There's a lot going on, and yeah, and I love this time of year with like the fresh air and and it's really cool how we were, you had mentioned the earth with this podcast. And so that's really exciting and it just so happened to be on this day.
Isn't it funny? Like, we didn't even look at the date when we started to talk about topics, Earth and our bodies, Earth and business, and then it landed on Earth Day that we're recording this. And that's the magic of our planet, really. Like, when we're actually following the energies of the universe, like, you're exactly where you needed to be at that moment.
Yeah. And I was just chatting before this and I remembered, oh yeah, to these two people, it's like and include the earth and like just remember we live on this planet. So like do you have any like words for like how I guess we could either be in communion with the earth or connection and like to contribute to the earth?
That actually brings me up to a conference I'm having next year. It's a summit at a property called El Lugar. We could talk about that later.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
it's actually called Are You Living on the Earth or with the Earth? And I think it really speaks to what you're saying is like, so often we're looking as the earth is outside of us and let's include it today. But you woke up today and your body is one of the gifts being here with this earth. And so, what if it's not, don't forget, but it's like, what can you acknowledge? You're already being with the earth each day. And now, what else can you receive and gift with the earth today?
Hmm. Wow. That's like so beautiful. Like, and um, that energy, like tapping into that connection and like right down from where I live, there's like a river and like there's mountains surrounding. And, I guess sometimes people get lost in the, sitting at a desk or between the four walls. And it's like earth can contribute to you wherever you are. And so it's like, so like you said, it's like kind of like waking up every day and being like asking the question, right? Like,
Well, what's funny is like, I think it was 2013. I was doing some programs with the earth day in mind, and I was living in this beautiful house that had very old trees surrounding the house. And before I would travel, I would literally go hug the trees and I would just talk to them. And wherever I was, whatever country I was in, the trees were like literally standing next to me. Like there was no separation. And talking to people, I realized, oh my goodness, when we're in an apartment, we're in the city, wherever our homes are located, we define nature as going to the forest or going to the park instead of the doors behind you are made of what? A tree. Everything in our apartments come from the earth. Even the things that seem artificial, the ingredients came from somewhere. So there might be a component that was artificially created, but everything there is from the earth. And if we stop thinking the earth is outside of us and that actually we be part of the earth, I wonder what else we can actually receive from the earth, what else we can really gift to the earth and take away that separation.
yeah, like I think what you said there was so like huge, like the gifting and receiving, you know, like, and it could like, and this could be for listeners, like it's like, this could be, you can simply ask like, what would it take to gift and receive with the earth? Because this energy is just like thriving at the moment. And it's like, okay, and expand on that and continue with that gifting and receiving. Because the earth gifts like kind of endlessly. And when you were talking, it also reminded me that the earth, you know, it's like gifts us also these beautiful like diamonds and like gemstones and gold
Oh,
and silver and like, you know, all these like rocks and minerals. And um yeah, it also took me to this place where I used to work. There's like beautiful forest, and I would stand there with the trees and be like, all right, gift and receive. There's a lot of communication as well. So like with communicating with the earth, how like what, I guess, what does that look like for you, and how could listeners like maybe also communicate and gift and receive with the earth?
can I do an exercise? Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yes, yes.
Well, it's interesting because look at a child, the way they walk when they're walking with the earth, like they step different, like they have this like a very different gift and receive with their bodies in the earth. And then when you look at adults, somewhere along the way, like when we start school at the age of 7 or 6, whatever it is for us, we start to learn to do things different. We do it to imitate, the teacher or our parents or the people around us. But until then, we literally are like trees. We have tendrils that go into the earth, and there is no separation. Okay. Separation is really one of those artificial things we learn. Like, oh, yeah, today I need to, you know, ground myself. It's not a grounding, but it's your willingness to have your communion with the earth again. And so the exercise I love to do, it doesn't matter if you close your eyes or not. Just put your feet firm on the ground, just right now, wherever you are, even if you're wearing shoes, okay? And then your hands can go anywhere, your face, your belly, your lap. For me, I love my face. It's just like hugging my face makes me feel so good. Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah. But do you notice already just your feet on the ground, your butt is on the seat, your face or your belly? Like this is communion with our bodies, and it's also communion with the earth. And if you want to, just close your eyes and let's just invite the earth in, like through your feet, through your ankles, through your knees, coming up your hips. Just allow the earth in and allow that energy of the earth just to keep coming all the way to the top of your head. And now, as you let go, also let go any stress, any difficulties, anything that, kind of had you a little heavy or reacting today. Just let that come down your body and back down into the earth. And when you do it again, do it like water. So you have earth coming in. And then as you let it go, let it be like a waterfall that the earth is just bringing everything you no longer require through the waterfall down back into the earth's land. Do it again. Yeah, and let it go. All that energy that we felt stuck or whatever, it just wasn't flowing, created a reaction, is just energy for the earth. Earth has no points of view. So when we gift it back to the earth's like, thank you. You just gave me more energy to gift to more people. More plants got more energy, trees. Even the scorpion, we don't talk about the little bugs and creatures who are there too helping us. but like everything just received more energy. All it was these points of views we had to what that energy was. And I'm curious, you and your listeners, did anything change? Did you notice anything?
I mean, yeah, that was super like cool. And I mean, sometimes it's like allowing that to be and then knowing that that is the contribution. So it was definite the energetic and the visual, and it was really cool because like that's beautiful, the waterfall and like the connection with the earth. So it's like the beauty, the energy, the expansiveness, the contribution, and like thank you, because like there you go, right? Like there's that exercise. So can hit the replay button and continue to kind of play with that and practice that. And that's, yeah, it's yeah.
And you don't have to close your eyes. You can even do that while someone's yelling, you know? Or there's some conflict going on around you, or someone else is stressed. And by you literally doing this in your own world, head, whatever you want to call it, someone around you becomes more relaxed. Because this energy, what I love is whatever you're choosing, right? That energy just actually now exudes out. And even people you don't even know around you, their world now receives more energy and more space. And so their head clears up. For me, this exercise brings creativity before projects. Like, so I just love doing this all day long.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's like super expansive. And you had mentioned projects, and you have the Global Wellness for All. And did you say that it like opens in July in Dubai?
Yes, yes. So I have two businesses that I play with. One is called Bella Pimo, and we tend to work a lot more with businesses, organizations. Right now, I'm working with the United Nations, different things, different projects. And then Global Wellness for All. And with Global Wellness for All, we do different things in different communities, different cities, different countries around the world. And the last 4 years, we've been working on a new building that is opening July in Dubai. And we're going to have some physical space there. So it'll be I call it a space, but people call it a center,
Hmm.
where we'll be able to offer lots of different kinds of services for wellness and well-being for you, your body, your mental health, but also programs we have with the earth, also programs we have for your business, programs in relationship, and then with finances, we also have something called wealth creation, but it's the wealth of being creation. So it's to take not just about money, but the trees, the plants, how to also expand the receiving of energy and money. And the other things you mentioned, there's so many intrinsic things in the world that Earth gifts us as well. So including that in the wealth creation.
That's cool. Like, it's like including everything and creating, and including everything also can include the money and the business. And what I find about this, what you're talking to, is like the beauty of adding a lot of energies to your life and growing and expanding, which is really cool because then you don't get stuck on one thing. You can be like, oh, let's like, add so much more, which, and that sounds really awesome. Like, I mean, I've never been to Dubai, but it sounds like a lot of fun. And oh, and congratulations, by the way. That's amazing. Like, it's such a cool project. I
Thank you. And actually, I'm super excited because the whole building is dedicated to wellness. So there's 270 apartments, and each one, everything that went in that apartment from the bed has been tested by all these different testers around the world and people. And we don't realize how much our bodies being on a bed and that pillow actually makes a difference. But also there's a mirror. And most people would be like, where's wellness in a mirror? But it's a wellness mirror where you could do workouts, you could do Pilates, you could do yoga, meditation. We're actually going to be streaming classes from our center to the mirrors. So people who want to take a business class, they want to take a money class, they could do it from that mirror in their homes. So it really is like inviting, like how to really not make it be that wellness and your mental health and everything else is a moment. Oh, I went to the masseuse. That's how I'm doing it. But how to really incorporate it in that global wellness of you and your life. So, what are different things we can add, including plants, including the other things, that might work for you? Because we're all unique, we're all different, but how do you add more of that energy of you being happy and creative and healthy out there too?
It's like, wow, like the emphasis on like you being you, which is kind of like you put wonderful words to that, and it's including like your universe, including the world, and it includes so much more. And I love how you say space. I was getting center. I was like, oh, center. It's a center. And lately I've been looking at space because I'm like, oh, I love to go to spaces. And so like those words are pretty cool where you're like, yeah, and it's a space. Um,
Yeah. Most people, might learn more of what that is, but so many people would automatically classify it as a center. So it already has it. So how can we use that to our advantage? Which is really the conversation I would love to have about the earth and your business. Because a lot of people think, okay, for me to create a business or have my business continue to grow, I have to create, maybe it's projects, maybe it's, products, whatever it is, right? Services. But a lot of times people think it's a separate thing from the earth. But what if, just like that exercise that we did, what if the earth was sitting in front of you while you're coming up with your creative ideas? What if one of those creative ideas came from doing that 2-minute exercise? Because when we're also willing to, include, okay, what contribution will this also be to the earth? We'll come up with new creative ideas, like, for example, the one project I've been on for the last 9, 10 years is called El Lugar. It's a resort in Costa Rica. And the whole thing of this was not about us choosing, but hey, this land, what would you like to be? And inclusiveness of the animals. And like even when they dug up the area to put the piping and everything else, like you never even knew the next day because nothing was damaged. It was taken out and then put back in. And one of the things that I love about this property is they're continuously asking every day, okay, what else can we create that also contributes to this land and the earth? And they came up with, their sewer system is plant-based. No chemicals are involved. The plant filters everything. So there's like a multi-filter system.
oh
And
wow.
by the end of it, it's clear water and it's all from plants. Now, again, it's nature, it's plants. So you may have to change or cut the plant or you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
it's 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 something that you also have to have a different perspective about. But even like how they're going to be running the electricity is all from biogas, from horse manure, and they're going to be doing it from waste from pineapple waste. When you pick a pineapple and you want the next generation of that pineapple, there's a lot of waste and a lot of ways they were burning it and pesticide and stuff they were adding to it. Well, now they don't have to do all that. If we take that, that becomes part of the biogas that turns electricity, and so like, again, this works for corporations. You can add the sewer system that I talked to you about, could be added to an existing house, a building, but it's the willingness for us to start to think different with our businesses.
Wow. Thank you so much. Like, thank you for being this space, and uh this conversation like reaches so far to like so many generations, because a lot of people are like asking questions about all of this. And yeah. Like that's such an amazing thing, like El Lugar. Like, thank you for speaking to that, because I had so many questions about that, and you just totally reawakened that. And I'm like, oh, there is a different way of functioning on this earth and this planet. So I am super grateful. And I know we're hopping on Dane's ESC here in a couple of minutes, the energetic synthesis of communion with the earth for Earth Day. It would be great to in the future have another conversation, like with this. It's so innovative and progressive, so I'm super grateful.
I am so grateful too, because I'm learning, right? As they're coming up with different ideas and as we're all engaging and providing energy to this project, right? But it's the same thing. That's just an example. Like, I know, like, I do a lot of different projects around the world with the earth, and it starts with a 6-year-old saying, hey, I don't want to have trash in my forest when I'm taking a walk. And they bring a trash bag and start putting trash in there. So, like, I gotta say, you got to do it to what works for you, not the way someone tells you to do something. Because if someone tells you, do you ever do it? It lasts what, 5 minutes of that New Year's resolution that goes out the door, right? But if you do something that just gets you enthusiastic, you get to be that creator of a different possibility. And it could be for you and your family. It doesn't have to be for everyone. But that minute you're willing to think outside the box and you're willing to actually start exploring, it's contagious. It just keeps rippling. So I want to thank you for having this incredible podcast and inviting me to come. I'm so grateful and happy to come again and have different conversations.
Cool. Thanks, Laleh. Well, we'll talk again soon, and we'll, yeah, have a good day.
Thank you, you
Take
too.
care. Okay, bye.